This is Amanda Lee with a Minecraft Let's Play. So this is my first video, and as you can see I have quite a few worlds here that have already been in progress. I wanted to start by looking at my main world, the one that I've been in the longest, which would be my simple world here. So we're going to just go in here and explore a little bit of what I have. This world was originally created, I believe, in the city texture pack. I played in that texture for quite a while. When the plastic texture pack came out to the Bedrock Edition, I played on an iPhone, currently an XR. I tried that out and I loved it. Fell in love. Plastic is definitely my favorite texture. I do play in other textures as well in different worlds of mine. Alright, so we got a lot going on here. You can see we're facing my house that I made out of glass because, I thought that was cool. I have a huge spruce tree up here that's growing over my house. It's kind of weird. So we go in here. You see I have some maps and furnaces. Little, are these no blocks? Yeah, no blocks. Some cake. This is usually the chest I use when I'm going on journeys, adventures. I'll dump things out in here that I don't need to take, or I might have extra resources that I want to take in here. But it's just a little bit of an overflow. It looks like it's getting to be night, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep so we can look at everything during the day. That's a nice view going to bed with all the lights above me. Got some flowers there by my bed and nice vaulted ceilings here. So we go downstairs. This is my chest room. This is my main area of resources. I have my weapons here, all my bows and arrows, swords. I have a trident and a crossbow, which are kind of newer weapons that I haven't played with too much. And then here are my tools, and you can see most everything's enchanted. I have a lot of diamond as well. Here's everything. I can't even believe I have so many diamonds. These all were found naturally. It's kind of impressive to myself. I don't know how I have so many or how I kept so many and didn't just spend them all. I have quite a bit of gold as well. This is iron. I made myself a goal of filling up one chest with all stacks of iron. Once I did it, I now have a goal of filling it up with iron blocks, a stack of iron blocks in each spot. So you can see that I have 7 so far, so I'm working on that. Here we have like vegetation. I have seeds, fish. This is the fish and the pork chops and all that is overflow from my other chest, which we'll see here in a minute. And then here are the trees, the leaves, flowers, all that kind of thing. Here's the food chest. We have all the basics: chicken, pork chops, beef, lamb chops, the different fishes that you can actually eat, mushrooms. And then we have fruits and veggies down here, also some cake and cookies as well, pumpkin pie. Got some furnaces and a crafting table there. You can also see my item frames that mark off all the things that are going on here. This is kind of a miscellaneous. We have some iron buckets, some rails, maps, and then here I have ender pearls. That's another one that I'm surprised I have so many pearls. I did get those all naturally. Some mushrooms here, mushroom blocks, and also some obsidian there. This is my redstone coffers, just all my kind of redstone stuff. This one here in the corner is dirt and grass that I've collected over time. Then we have sand and sandstone, sand slabs. This is wood, trees, wood blocks, doors, all that kind of thing. Then we have coal and charcoal. I've started making blocks. I had this all filled up with stacks of just coal, and now I'm working on making stacks of blocks of coal. Here I have my gravel, just a little. I try not to keep too much because, I mean, what's the point of that? We have glass. This is like my loot. So we get slime, string, bones, gunpowder, and then down here we have ink and spider eyes. And this is the cobblestone and stone, different kinds of gates and slabs and whatnot. And then back here in the corner is the different kinds of stones. We have granite, andesite, diorite. Also, I have some brick in there. And then down here, just some more overflow of stone. This middle chest I just put down not too long ago. It's just sort of an overflow. I just threw stuff in there so I could go on to a new project. I'll do that from time to time. So then in this area, this is a large area here. This corner over here I have my anvil, also my armor. So there's horse armor here, and then my own armor, some leather, some iron, some diamonds, pretty much all enchanted. Here are all my enchanted books that I come to from time to time when I'm ready to do some enchanting. Right next door I have the enchanting room with the books, so we can do some nice enchanting. And of course right next to it I have my lapis. And there's just a note block there. I also have a bed here. This is kind of like my little guest room. Got an empty chest for whoever needs to unpack. And then they have a music disc here with another little player here to listen. And then I made this design on the floor with some redstone. This is just redstone, glowstone, redstone lamps. So I made this little design, which I really like a lot. This was, you can probably tell how I grew this out. You know, this area was first, and then I sort of built out into this area and then into this area over here. So this is when I was trying to look at all the colors of the wool. So I have this, and this is actually an extension of this room over here. So you can see it continues over, and I have all the different clay, wool, hardened clay, and then I also have over here all the woods and the bricks and all that kind of stuff. So this is just sort of, there's bone right here. Just kind of a display of all the different items you can have, and then also the stained glass up here. I have a few that were broken that I haven't replaced yet, but that's what this room is for. And then I have my potion brewing stand here. I also got these cauldrons that are full of, well, most of them are full of ink dye. I use these to dye my horse armor. And then the potion station has everything here that you might need, as well as finished potions. The ingredients as well as some finished potions. And then I just have some paintings here decorating. Then I decided to make sort of like a nether section here to grow some nether wart. I have some fire, some netherrack, and all this good stuff. And this is where I keep these resources. So I have some quartz, some the nether quartz, the blocks of nether quartz. You have the stairs, the slabs. Then this is the nether brick, and also the quartz ore. And then we have some brick blocks, red brick blocks. And then I have some glowstone, some magma, and some more bricks there. And then this section, the floor extended out from this side. Oh, this is clay here. And then we got some leaves and wood, and this just became a little furnace room whenever I need to do a lot of firing up. And then I decided to use my quartz here in this area, just make a little white area extension of the netherworld, and just see what all the patterns and designs are. So I dug under this world, of course, to see under my ground to see if there was caves and whatnot. There wasn't anything very extensive, but I did end up digging out quite a big area and creating sort of an arena out of it, and that's going to be this way. So you can see this area that I built here. I have some trap doors here as decoration. If we go around this way, I used, of course, sandstone. I have a little part here that needs to be filled in. Glowstone, there's some redstone and redstone lamps and lapis, and I think obsidian down there in the bottom, making the pattern. Glowstone up the top. And we'll see what this colorfulness here is when we get up top. I have a row of um, wool here. I think I was just kind of looking at the colors. That probably needs to be replaced with some sandstone. And then I also have another bed here and some more resources, mostly stone overflow here. So when I was working in here, this is where I was sleeping and working. So if you look up here in my main area, you can see that I decorated almost the entire land with wool. So I went with this sort of rainbow diagonal pattern, which is very colorful, very fun. It's really something that makes me happy every time I look at it. It's enjoyable to see. You can see over here I have my dragon egg, ender dragon egg. I have it on display there pretty nicely. And then over here I have a dock that I built. Let me jump over this stuff. So I have my dock, which also has a bed if I want to spend some time fishing. I have, you know, all my fishing tools out here as well as an anvil. If I want to repair a fishing pole without going out back into the house, I have all my resources here. Of course, over here on the edge is where I grow my sugar cane for the most part. I'm sure it's growing in other places, but this is my main source. I also have a little bit of a oak field here. I was, oh, and it looks like I have a traveling trader who is stuck in my leaves. Let's see what they're trading. Let's see, 4 emeralds for an emerald. That seems weird. Or for a slime. Okay, my bad. An emerald for some sandstone. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe they'll stay stuck there and just wait for me. I did have a little oak farm going on here. As you can see, there was all trees where these torches were, but I've cut down some of it already, but still have some of it going. It looks like we're getting to be night again. I have more beds around the way. So you can see, of course, this part was all made of glass. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I did something similar to this in another world I had. I really liked it, and I came back to this world and recreated it. So this just gives me a quick glance down into what's going on in the majority of my house. I do have a bed right here that I'm going to go ahead and sleep in really quickly. As you can already see, I have a lot of horses. I sort of got on a horse tangent, started breeding them. I built these stalls. I believe there's 10 stalls. Each one of these horses are named. So I have Chip here, Henry, Cloud, Tanny, Polka, Star, Diamond, Mittens, Sprinkle, Brownie, Lock, and Boots. And then they each have their own banner. They have a bale of hay, some flowers. They each have a bed, you know. So I decorated really nice for them. Of course, I do have other horses going all around the edge of this pin here. So I'm working on getting them all armor and saddles, and I do have a couple of donkeys here as well. I have a little chicken pen here. I don't really pen very many animals, but the chickens, as you can see, I don't have any cows or pigs or anything like that. I just sort of see them naturally. I have so much food stored up, and again, I naturally caught all that food. Nothing was done in creative or anything like that. So I don't really have a need to have animals around. I have plenty of food. You can see this big landmark up here. This was meant to be a mob spawner. I didn't do it right, but I absolutely loved the shape of it and the way it came out. So then I went around and did this wool pattern on it, which matches my floor over there that we looked at. And I absolutely love it. It's just sort of a landmarker in my world. So that's something that I really enjoy as well. I do have, you may have seen, okay, so back here, there's a rail that goes all the way to the front of my house. And we'll ride that in a little bit. But I do have one more big thing. Here's another bed. I just have beds everywhere. Here's another one. Decoration-wise, you can kind of see what I did. I stripped some of this bark when that update came to see what it looked like. So I have a little pathway here. And I decorated with wool carpet tiles. So just be colorful, and of course I have the torches going along the way. And I just sort of carved this path out as naturally as possible. Like all these steps up or down were naturally in it already as much as possible. I tried to build the fences around it. And so I kept going. I have this little canopy that was all natural. It's of course looks really nice at night. I haven't quite finished it, and you'll see that here in just a minute as we go onto the tree, onto the leaves. So I started here and I have not finished, so we're just going to be walking on the leaves. There. Sorry, I keep walking crooked. Get up here. And I didn't know how I was going to get down exactly, and then I just kept going and got to this ending point and had to make a decision. So here's the end of the trail, and so basically what I've decided is that it's kind of like a giant diving board. So of course this is a great viewpoint. You can see all my fields there, and you can see the horses, their stables, my house, all the you can see the wool on the floor, as well as some of the glass makes like an arrow shape, which is what I was going for. And you can see the stained glass, and the plain glass is just a big old rectangle there. And then you can see that giant spruce tree there that's pretty huge. And then you can see there's another island over there, and then of course my land marker. It would actually be kind of nice if I did some kind of topping to that land marker. I think that would look really nice. So we're gonna jump off here to the water. Grab this egg on my way up. And then we're gonna look at the minecart. I do have a little one right here going in a circle. That's just like for a fun one. But I have an actual travel cart here. This might actually be broken. Let's find out. I'm not 100% sure. I have some cactus there, and when I figured out that you could destroy items by throwing it at a cactus, I planted some. One for protection, you know, for mobs, but also so I could just step out there and throw stuff at the cactus. Of course, I now have fire and other means for that. But now we're going to go over the water. I do like having the cactus there as well. So you can see that I was on a little island. Well, that's not even the island I was on, but I was connected, a couple little islands connected together. You can see a big wood pole coming up. That is a land marker that I put while I was traveling. Okay, he seems mad at me. Okay, let's just look down. So I could find my way while I was exploring this area. I built up that tower. I'm not sure how big this landmass is. Of course, I have some boats around here that I've gone across. Oh shoot, he is not happy. He is not happy. Let me get my sword in hand just in case he wants to come at me. But just look down. So you can see I have a swamp here. So I'll come, this is where I get my slime if I need any. Of course, I've explored some caves and whatnot in here. I've done quite a bit of exploring in this area already, so probably need to head off into another direction. I know I have gone to in a few different directions, not too crazy far away. I sort of get afraid of losing my home, losing my way back home, although I could always just kill myself and respawn back home. So that's another way to do it. I do play with keep inventory on. I know some people think that's cheating or that's just not what they're into, but for me it's more frustrating and less fun to lose all your stuff, so I'd rather just keep inventory on and keep the game fun. So that's what I do. Let's see, let's head back for now. I also, with any new worlds, I play with a Let's see if it'll push it. Okay, good. We're good. I'll play with a starting chest and a map just to help me get going. Oh, and now I stopped. Here we go. There we go. Hi, Piggy. And here we are again. Oh, here we go. That Enderman really threw me off there. Here we go. Gotta push this guy along. Oh, maybe if I keep pressing forward, that'll help. There we go. Oh, I got a creeper here. Do I not have any? Oh, I have no arrows on me. That's not great. Ah, I'm going back. What's happening? Why am I going back? Get off. Okay. Well, that was scary. Get rid of this guy. Okay. I guess I'm walking back now unless I find that other minecart and take it the rest of the way. Nope, it's going back on its own. So that's fine. I'll cut across here in the water as I tend to do. I think I'm seeing some more sugarcane. If I remember, I did plant some more over here. Yeah, there's some more over there in the distance. So this is the gist of my world. You might think like, there's not a whole lot, and there's not, there's a fair amount. I'm not much of a Minecraft builder. That's not really what my favorite thing to do in the game is. I really like to explore. So I like to open new worlds and sort of start over and find caves and ravines and villages and mansions and just explore the world and see what it has to offer and all the new updates. I do have over here some of the new things that came out. I know the armor stand's not new, but I've never had one. But some of the newer items that came out I have lined up here to try. That's probably what we'll do in the next video. See what all these items have to offer. There are things that I have not used as of yet, so we'll have to check that out. But for now, that's going to be the end of this video. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.